Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Nate Holliday, the co-founder and CEO of Space and Time, the first decentralized data warehouse for blockchain applications. Nate joins me from SmartCon 2022, taking place in New York City, which brings together industry luminaries from Web 2 and Web 3, including top thought leaders, researchers, builders, and more. Nate, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
And I understand that you've partnered with Microsoft and Chainlink Labs. What do these partnerships mean for the company?
No, absolutely. We're really excited to announce partnerships with both Chainlink and with Microsoft. If you think about the world today, there's data that sits on-chain and there's data that sits off-chain. And when I talk about on-chain, I'm talking about Web3 data, blockchain data. And off-chain data, I'm thinking about all the applications and databases that sit off-chain, off the blockchain. And the ability to combine that data together and be able to connect on and off-chain data in a single environment and then deliver analytic results back to a smart contract to drive a much broader use cases around smart contract automation is really what we're focused on. So if you think about it, Chainlink's a pioneer and a leader within the data ecosystem for on-chain data. And if you think about Microsoft's been building off-chain data within applications and databases for multiple decades now. So our ability to bridge these two kind of partnerships and bring a bridge that combines on and off-chain data with tamper-proof analytics that can deliver data back to smart contracts is really exciting for us. So it makes perfect sense for us to work with both of them.
It certainly does. How does Space and Time enable business logic automation for global businesses?
No, absolutely. You look at all the amazing applications that are being built today and the decentralized applications that are being built today. There's gaming applications, there's DeFi applications, there's enterprise business applications, and they all need data. They need data to ensure that they have better recommendation engines, that they can combine transaction analytics. If you're playing a video game, you want to make sure like what in-game events lead to online transactions. And being able to combine on and off-chain data is a requirement to power applications in order to better engage with your consumers, with your customers. And so we want to make sure that we can power them, the applications, in order to deliver these insights so they can improve the engagement with their consumers. And that's what we do.
Let's talk about Microsoft's venture fund, M12 Ledger investment in a strategic round. I want to talk about this in what's been a volatile market in 2022, which is quite impressive. How did your company increase the valuation 300% from your last round in what's been a bear market across all asset classes?
Yeah, no, I think you look at data and privacy. It's on top of everyone's mind. It's on top of our minds as consumers. It's in every boardroom discussion across the US, but also across the world in general. And so if you can bring data and analytic products that are improving consumer integration and consumer interactions, especially when you're talking about improving the automation of smart contracts and extending the use cases of smart contracts. I mean, this is something that the world doesn't have today. If you're building decentralized applications, you're forced to build on centralized databases. And so, although the market struggles, right? If you think about the growing users within Web3, it continues to increase, and they need to be able to combine on and off-chain data. And so it becomes a really exciting space for people to participate in. And we have the world's best investors, we have the world's best partnerships, and we're really fortunate to have them.
It's so interesting that in bear market cycles, that's when you really see the innovation come really forward, the outliers kind of get shaken out. But this type of innovation I feel like we're experiencing in this particular bear market is going to accelerate so many trends moving forward. So tell me why Web3 native data platforms are needed today.
Yeah, as I talked about earlier, right? If you're building a decentralized application today and you want to make sure that you return privacy and data ownership back to internet constituents, right? Today you don't have that option. Today you have to move all of that data off-chain into centralized databases. So if you think about what we need community operated nodes. So Space and Time doesn't actually own all the operations of the nodes, right? There's a community of owners that operate these nodes in a decentralized format. The other thing is we actually provide analytic cryptographic proofs that deliver data back to smart contracts. So as we kind of move forward, right, we're moving the power of data, the power of your data, of businesses' data back to their individual use cases, and we're not centralizing it as you've seen over the last decade. People have been centralizing data for the last decade in the major cloud providers, and it's given a lot of benefit to a lot of customers and a lot of businesses. But now we're at a point in time where we need to decentralize that, and we're at the forefront of it, and we're excited.
And that's what I think is so unique about the company name, Space and Time. It feels like that bridge between on-chain and off-chain. Tell me the genesis behind that. Was that kind of what it's related to?
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you think about it, smart contracts, they're restricted with storage and data, and the compute they're restricted on. And so we're actually enabling smart contracts to be able to consume a lot more data and to be able to have a lot more complex analytics behind that. So you think about for being a successful kind of data warehouse, you need a lot of storage and you need to be able to process that data very fast. So space and time actually matters.
Yeah, it certainly does, Nate. Appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.